Today we're going to make quesadilla casserole or quesadilla lasagna. Call it whatever you want. May sound good, may not sound good. Too bad, we're making it. We're going to start out with corn salsa, jalapenos, onion, rotella, and corn. We're going to drain the corn, drain a little bit of the rotella, dice up the jalapenos and onion, add a little bit of cilantro, and mix it all together. Corn's drained, put it in the bowl. Jalapeno diced, add it to the corn. Onion diced, add it to the corn. Cilantro, nice healthy pinch. Bam, add it to the corn. A little bit of lemon juice. Couple squirts, add it to the corn. A little bit of lime juice. Couple squirts, add it to the corn. Salt, add it to the corn. Corn, ingredients, spoon, mix it up. Olives, you're gonna need these for a topping. You can buy them whole like this, which is cheaper, and slice them yourself, or you can buy canned, already sliced. If there's one bit of advice I can give anybody who wants to cook, it is to be prepared. What do I mean by that? Make sure you have all the meat you need thawed out. If it's frozen, that's fine, you can start thawing it out. When I came to my dad's house, I didn't expect him to freeze my hamburger all in one big package. So with that being said, let me show you how unprepared I was for this. I whittled away with a knife to that for about 20 minutes. A little upset about that, but oh well, what can you do? I got it falling out now, I got the chunk that I needed. I'm gonna have to break the rest up and freeze it how it was supposed to be frozen in separate packages. When it comes to cooking, you don't have to be a professional chef. Cooking's an art form, and I'm not that good, but I'm good enough that I know what I'm doing. I've worked in many restaurants, I know how to cook stuff. But I'm not a 5-star chef, a 3-star chef, even a 1-star chef. But it's all about creativity. You make it whatever you want to make it. So the recipe that I have right now, everything that you see put in to what I'm making, do it however you want. Like I'm using black olives. You don't have to use black olives. If you would prefer green, use green. It's yours. You do what you want with it. It's what you like, go ahead and make it how you like. I always think of recipes as a guideline. What I mean by that is, when I cook, I will use a recipe. I'll look it up online, do whatever, and I will make it my own thing. I just use that as a guideline so I can get, say, temperatures, ingredients. It just gives me ideas, and then I create it and make it my own. Alright, the next step. Cut up some chicken breast into chunks. Get it in your skillet, fry it up. Once you're seeing it about to change color, take your favorite taco seasoning packet, dump it in, add 3/4 cup of water. Cook it until it's done. So while your chicken's cooking, you can get to this step right here. You need a deep baking dish. Give it a nice spray down so nothing sticks. We're going to take our soft tortilla shells. We're going to line the bottom with it. What you can do is square off the side so it fits in the pan, and all the bits and pieces use as filler. The next step we're going to do, we're going to take refried beans, and we're going to spread a layer across the bottom. So it doesn't have to be spread out perfect, but what this is going to do is going to be, one, another ingredient for the flavor mash, and two, it's going to be a bonding agent for the next layer. On top of these refried beans, I'm going to put a thin layer of cheese. You don't have to go too crazy with the cheese on this layer. It's just there for a coating. We'll get to the extra cheese on the top towards the end of the build, and for anybody who likes cheese, go ahead and go crazy on that top layer. So we have that thin layer of cheese on there. I have crunchy tortillas. Go ahead and lay them in there. get it ready for the next layer. Crunchy tacos are on. We're gonna put another layer of cheese on. Then we're gonna add the meat. Chicken layer's done. Time to fry up the ground beef. Do the same thing. Start cooking the ground beef. Once it starts changing color, add your taco packet and 3/4 cup of water. Cook until it's done. So while the ground beef's cooking, we got the chicken on here. Time to add another layer of soft shells, another layer of refried beans, another dash of cheese, and then add the corn tortillas or the crunchy tortillas on top. The corn taco layer's on. Now once you're at this point, your hamburger's still cooking, you want to get your oven preheated to 400 degrees. Another ingredient you're going to need, some Spanish rice. I just bought some cheap store-bought brand. You just follow the instructions on the back and get it whipped up because it's going to go on the top layer over top of the beef. Now with the hamburger almost done on this layer, before the hamburger goes on, those olives that we got, we're going to go ahead and put them on here right now. You can do them as heavy as you want, do whatever you'd like. It's your design, I'm just giving you the bases. The hamburger is drained of its grease and we put the hamburger layer on. Now we're going to add Rotella across the top. I added the Rotella, I added a nice healthy layer of cheese. Now all we need to do is add the rice and another layer of the soft tortilla shells. We're going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to take the remaining crunchy shells that we have, crumble it on top, add another layer of cheese, and then we are done. The rice is on. Time to add the last layer of the soft tacos and then sprinkle the rest of the crunchy that I crumbled up on top. Alright, so I have that in the oven right now. We'll give it about 10 minutes, add the last layer of cheese on it, put it in for another 5 until it melts, and then we'll enjoy. And there we have it. She's done. Time to dig in. I'd like to thank Epic Mealtime for the incredible idea and that incredible dish. They gave me a basis, and like I said, cooking's an art. You run with it. I took my own shit and made it my own thing. It turned out to be a hit. So if you want to use this idea, use whatever other meats and stuff you want, whatever other veggies. If you want to change up the rice, if you want to just do hard shells, maybe you just want to do soft, not combine it. You don't have to use refried beans. Do whatever you want. Make it your own thing. Enjoy.